Welcome to Sexy in Your 60s. I'm Dvora Citron. We're in season 2 now, and this season we're going deep on making friends in midlife, the real work of it, the joy of it, and why it matters more than most of us realize. This is part 3 of my 4-part friendship series with Ricki Radosh, happiness coach and host of the Claim Your Happiness podcast. We spend a lot of this season on the friends we've lost track of, but sometimes the task in front of you is different. Sometimes you land somewhere brand new and you have to build a circle from nothing. Ricki did exactly that when she moved into a new community, and here she walks through what it actually took: showing up, choosing activities, and staying open long enough for someone to walk over and say, "You look like the people I'm looking for." Here's Ricki. Let's talk about when you have moved into this second home that you bought. You told me about how when you started staying in this second home, which is in a country club community, right? And then at the beginning, you were alone much of the time. There's a difference between isolation and loneliness. Isolation is really this physical being apart from people, and loneliness is really a feeling, a perception,
Yep.
right?
Fair enough.
I keep talking about the research, but that's because the scientific research is very important to me and for all of us. We know now that loneliness is an epidemic, especially as people get older, and that connection is one of the most important things to determine our health and well-being and our longevity. So it's a very important topic to address. I wonder what you have found being in an environment where you're new, and what was it like feeling lonely and being by yourself? Because you had been a certain sense, I imagine, both the isolation and the loneliness. Hopefully that began to dissipate. I'd like you to share what your experience was with that and what you noticed.
So for me, no, I never really felt isolated. And the how come is because I happen to have a very large family, and I also have a really great group of friends from where I currently live. So I never really felt isolated. But what I did feel was that, and not even lonely, but like that nervousness, right? Because where I moved to, so I chose to move to a country club environment. One, because it was the easiest place and the fastest place that I could move to. So I was renovating my apartment and I needed a place right away. I thought I was going to be able to live through the renovations, realized that wasn't happening, and said, I need a place to live. I needed it furnished. I had a lot of parameters. And then, boom, I found this place. And the place is great. Why? They have cards. They have activities almost every single day. They mahjong. They have the dining right there. They do dinner dances. They go out on outings, right? It's a country club environment. It's kind of going to camp.
Is it 55 plus?
It's not, but most of
Okay.
the people there are certainly of that age.
There are a lot of 55 plus communities that also sound like what you're describing. It has the whole menu of things available for you, so you don't have to figure it all out from scratch. You just need to show up.
Exactly. You just need to choose an event. So it's funny because when you told me that you were doing the second season on making new friends in your 60s, the first thing that came up for me was what happened to the friends that you had before, right? And what I saw, at least by moving into this second place, is that all the people that I have met had just moved in, right? They all left their life, picked themselves up, and moved to this new environment. And in this new environment, their job was to make new friends, right? They didn't come with their friends. They didn't come with their people. They came by themselves, sometimes with the spouse, sometimes alone. So by coming into this environment, it really does give you the opportunity to now say, okay, everybody's here for the same thing. They just want to make friends and have people to spend time with. So the activities are there. And then, like you said, now you got to just choose them. So for me, it was really great. And I did. I chose a lot. I was going to exercise like every day. And it's funny because you could follow me if you wanted to. You could go back to my Instagram or my TikTok and you could actually see all the things that I did there. I played pickleball and mahjong and canasta, and I went to the movies because I'm a doer. And then how it happened for me was I was taking one of these classes, and some woman came over to me at the end of the class and she said, "You kind of look like the people I'm looking to connect with." And what she meant by that was I was of her same age. So, because most of the people that live where we are at least 10, if not 20 years older than us, right?
Okay.
Because they've been there for 20 years. So they moved in. So I'm 60. I'll be 65 this year. And I think
Me
you are
too.
too. I know, I heard. I'm like, oh, she's turning 65 as well. I
Don't we look great for 64?
I think we do. I think we look like we're in our 40s. But what was funny was in moving there, what you get to see is most of the people who have moved in, or a lot of them, they moved in when they were 60, 65, 70, right? Now they've been there for 10 years. So it made sense anyway. So she came over to me and said, "You look like a person that I'm like looking for." And then she said, "You know what? I'm going to look for all of, they have a book. It's a great place to live because there's a lot of support." So she looked through the book and she sent an email to all the people that she thought were new and young. And we formed a group. And we're now about 10 ladies who kind of all moved in at the same time and have the same desires, wants, activities. And so, yeah, so she did a lot of the work. I just came along for the ride.
You just have to show up and choose. That sounds almost too simple, and it's also true. New connection rarely knocks on your door. It comes from putting yourself in the room again and again until the room starts to feel like yours. You can find more of Ricki on Claim Your Happiness podcast, in the anthology The Grass Grows Where I Am, and at Ricki Radosh on Substack, YouTube, and Instagram, all linked in the show notes. So here's my question for you. What is one room you could show up in this week? I'm Dvora Citron. This is Sexy in Your 60s. If today's conversation resonated with you, please consider following the podcast, leaving a review, or sharing it with someone who might need it right now. That's how these conversations continue to grow. I would love to stay connected. Come find me at slentplants.com/contact. And if you're curious about the Sexy in Your 60s coaching experience, get on the wait list at sexyinyour60s.com. Until next time, take care of yourself, stay curious, and stay boldly, beautifully sexy exactly as you are.